Hey guys, Commander Car18 here back again, and today we're reviewing Star Wars The Clone Wars, The Rise of Boba Fett Ultimate Battle Pack. So this is a ToysRus exclusive, so you can only get it at ToysRus. Do not ask me where I got it. So anyways, the retail price, sadly though, it's $109.99. So it's pretty much the same price as the AT-AT, but the box is the same size though. It's almost roughly the same exact size. So anyways though, the reason why it's so expensive is because it comes with a brand new Slave 1. And as you can see on the top there, it says Slave 1 is over 18 inches long. So that's over, I believe that's a foot and a half, if I'm correct. And it also includes Mace Windu's Jedi Starfighter, and it also includes 5 figures, 3 of which you can only get in this battle pack. So, anyways, as you can see, the figures are over there in a bubble in the packaging. And it comes with the Mace Windu and Anakin Skywalker, but those are just repacks, so there's nothing so special about those. But then we have the 3 brand new figures. The first one is R8B7, which is a repainted astromech. And then we also have a brand new, newly sculpted Boba Fett and Bosk figure. I'm pretty sure this Boba Fett is only going to come with this pack. I'm pretty sure Bosk might be repacked later on, but I know for sure that R8B7 will not be repacked at all, because astromechs don't really do that well for Hasbro, so they will definitely probably not repack it. So if you want him and Boba and probably Bosk, get this pack. But anyways, so back to the packaging now. As you can see, it's in the new 2010, I guess you can say blue and black packaging with the Captain Rex background. So very cool. And one thing I saw down here was the bounty hunter symbol. I believe that's Boba Fett's symbol on his shoulder. So I thought that was really cool that they added that in there. So it's very cool. So this is the front of the packaging. All 4 sides are exactly the same, except they're just redone a little differently. But anyways, the back, it shows the Slave 1, along with Mace Windu's Starfighter, along with the figures. And then on the bottom it's got a BIOS for each one of the 5 figures, and then on the top it's got a description for the whole entire battle pack. And it says, ever since the Battle of Geonosis, young Boba Fett has made it his mission to confront the Jedi who defeated his father. Jango's son doesn't care that the duel between his father and Mace Windu was a fair battle between skilled warriors. Boba wants his chance to fight the Jedi. Eventually his hunt is successful. He and Bosk fly Slave 1 to the planet where Mace and Anakin Skywalker are on a mission. The moment has come, and Boba is determined to make Windu pay for his actions on Geonosis and take his place as the greatest bounty hunter in the galaxy. So that's what it says. And then down the bottom, it's got bios for each one. The first one is R8B7, and it says the astromech droid provides navigational assistance and repairs Mace's Jedi Starfighter. The second is Anakin Skywalker. It says Anakin finds unexpected trouble when he accompanies Mace on a mission for the Jedi Council. And then the third is Mace Windu. The seasoned and honorable Jedi Master faces a difficult confrontation with the son of Jango Fett. The fourth one is Boba Fett. Son of the notorious bounty hunter, young Boba has a personal reason for despising the Jedi and all they represent. And the fifth one and the final one is Bosk. The Trandoshan bounty hunter teams up with Boba, sensing that the boy will become a powerful ally or enemy. So that's what it says in the back, and then it's got the pictures and everything, of course. But anyways, so that's pretty much it for the box part of the review. So I'm probably going to put this all in one video, since I now am a partner and I pretty much have unlimited video time. So anyways, that's pretty much it for the box part of the review, and I'll see you guys in the next part. Okay, it's Commander Picard18 here back again, and I now have the Rise of Boba Fett Ultimate Battle Pack unboxed. So I'm going to go over the figures with accessories first, then the Jedi Starfighter, and then the Slave 1 at the end. So, anyways, I'll go over the repacks first, since there's nothing special about them. The first one is Mace Windu. He's not the super articulated version that just came out in the 2010 line. He's the one that came out in 2009. So I kind of wish they included the new super articulated one. I don't have any plans to pick up that one though, but if it came in this battle pack, of course I would end up having it. But there's I don't really have any desire whatsoever for this figure at all, since I do believe I have, I think, 4 Mace Windows now of this sculpt, and it's really starting to annoy me now, because they always include him in battle packs that I want and stuff like that, so I always end up with extras of him. So it's kind of getting annoying now. So anyways, about him, he comes with his lightsaber, of course, which is purple, and he comes with removable clone armor, which is his shoulder pads, I guess. His little, I don't know what you call this. It's like the ARC Troopers patrons, but he comes with that, which is removable if you want to take it off. And he also comes with the purple clone helmet, which I haven't seen in a while since they haven't really repacked this helmet. So yeah. Articulation. So articulation is ball jointed head, ball hinge shoulders, ball hinge elbows, swivel wrist, swivel waist, and swivel hips. And he has no leg articulation at all. So yeah. What else? Sorry, I kind of cold right now. It's really a pain in the ass. So anyways, the next figure, which is also a repack, is the Anakin Skywalker figure. But I was actually just surprised to see that he has articulated knees and ankles. I don't remember them making a figure that has this plastic little, I forgot what you call these things, the Jedi robes. I remember that they didn't include any leg articulation with this version, but surprisingly he has ball jointed knees and ball jointed ankles. So I'm not sure if that was a update that they did later on or what. But I was very surprised to see that. So this actually turned out to be quite a decent figure. So anyways, the only accessory he comes with is his lightsaber, which is blue. It is kind of hard though to fit in his hand since it's really loose grip, but whatever. So articulation, he's got ball jointed head, ball jointed shoulders, ball jointed elbows, swivel wrists. Well, no, actually swivel forearms, not wrist. He's got swivel waist. Well, no, it's actually ball jointed waist. Swivel hips, ball jointed knees, and ball jointed ankles. And actually, I kind of see like a peg here on his belt, and also a peg on his back. So I don't remember really what this version of this figure, of this character, came in. So I'm kind of dumbstruck on that. I don't really know where he came from, or if he's actually new, or if he's a repack of some updated version. I don't really know. So yeah. So now on to the new figures. The first one is, well, I guess you can consider him somewhat new, is the repainted astromech droid, which is Mace Windu's. It also comes with the removable center leg, which you just plug right in there. All the legs have wheels in the bottom, of course. What's the name of this droid? I forgot. R8B7, so that's what his name is. So just a direct repaint of the astromech droid sculpt that we've had so far, and just like all the other ones, the front flaps open up and they have these little gadgets that come out, as you can see there, and then just put them back in there and close the little doors. Then also up on the top, the little periscope comes out, which goes all the way up, and of course this head goes all the way around like they're supposed to. And then on the back, this little another panel opens up, and when you move his head, this little wire thing comes out. It's kind of hard to get out. As you can see, it's kind of wedged in there. Try to get it out to show you guys. It's almost out there. Why won't you come out? There it is. So what it is, it's basically a hook and attached to a string, and his head moves when you pull it. And that's how you rewind it back in, is by making his head go around. And then the little cable thing just goes right back in there. So that's basically all he does, really. So now articulation for him. Of course, he's got swivel head, swivel shoulders, and then swivel ankle, and then removable center leg. So that's the basic articulation for this figure. So pretty cool. It's very nice to get some more astromechs in there, which is nice. So yeah. Then now on to one of the new figures, which is completely new, is the Boba Fett in his clone training gear. He uses this as a disguise in the episode to get on board a Republic cruiser. So, anyways, this figure you probably won't end up seeing on a basic card or in a battle pack anything. It's probably going to be exclusive to this pack only. So, if you want this version of the character, get this battle pack, because I'm almost sure that they won't include it in anything else. Because I already know they have a different version of Boba Fett coming out, which is the Season 3 version. So yeah. So anyways, it's got the clone training gear symbols on the shoulder pads there. It's kind of hard to see, but it's got two little symbols. It's just basically the same. Articulation, he's got ball jointed head, ball hinge shoulders, ball hinge elbows, swivel wrist, swivel waist, swivel hips, ball hinge knees, and ball hinge ankles. So yeah. And other than that, there's nothing really too special about him. He doesn't come with any accessories at all or anything. So that's pretty much it for him. So now on to the other second completely new figure, which is Bosk. If you want this figure, I highly recommend you get this pack, because it might be quite a while before we see him packed in anything else. So anyways, accessories, he comes with a brand new blaster rifle, which is his unique version. And he also comes with this removable hose. You can unplug it on the front here, which you can see right there, and kind of hard to put back in. And you can also unplug it on the back, so you can completely take it off if you want to. So yeah. And then, pretty cool figure. He's got some nice detail on him, great paint apps too. He's also got he's got the symbols on his shoulder pads there, exactly the same as the one from the Saga Legends Bosk. So very cool. So articulation for him is swivel head, ball hinge shoulders, ball hinge elbows, swivel forearms, ball jointed waist, swivel hips, ball jointed knees, and ball jointed ankles. So anyways, that's pretty much it for the figures. So the three new ones are very nice, and I'm actually surprised about the Anakin, but Mace Windu, who cares? I don't really care about another repack. So other accessories, it comes with each card for each one of the figures, and it comes with a dice, of course, and it comes with 5 stands. So yeah. So now I'll get this stuff out of the way, so I'm pretty sure you guys don't really care about that anymore. So now on to the Jedi Starfighter. So this is the Mace Windu's Jedi Starfighter scheme. So it's got purple, gray, and some green added in there. So very cool. And just like all the other Jedi Starfighters, they have these little missile things that you press the button right there and they shoot. And also, of course, the astromech droid's little opening thingy. That thing opens up. You can fit a figure in there if you want to, and it's also a astromech droid slot. Opens up. Then you can fit another figure in there if you want to too. So very cool. They didn't add any really too much paint detail into there, so I was kind of disappointed about that, but really, I don't really care about this Jedi Starfighter too much. So he's got the Republic symbols on both sides on the back. He's also got a Republic symbol on the side wing. And then back here, here's the engines. And then here is the bottom. And then just like all the other Jedi Starfighters, it has this retractable landing gear, which also works as a missile launcher. So you press this little button right there, and it shoots this missile out. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this Jedi Starfighter. Just like all the other ones, it splits into 2 different vehicles. This one, which looks more like the Episode 3 Jedi Starfighter look. And then this one, which is just kind of a random little thing that they designed. But still, it's very cool. I like this little feature that they put into the Jedi Starfighter sculpt. So anyways, that's pretty much it for the Jedi Starfighter. Wasn't really too excited about it, since the main thing for this pack is the Slave 1. But still, it's a very cool looking Jedi Starfighter. But I'm not sure if I'm going to keep it or not. But it's pretty cool looking, so anyways, that's pretty much it for the Jedi Starfighter. So now on to the big boy, which you guys have been waiting for, which is the Slave 1, which is a completely brand new. It's not repainted or anything, no tools or anything. It's just completely new. So I'm not really sure how I want to do this review. I guess I'll start up at the front first. So move this up here. Okay, so this is the front, technically the top of the Slave One. Right now it's in its landing position mode, where it's on the ground, not in flight mode. But anyways, this whole entire thing here is the cockpit view. It's a nice blue plastic, which is very cool looking. It's nice and smooth. And then this whole entire flap up here opens up, and that's how you have access to the cockpit. And then it just snaps up there to snap on. And then one thing down here, which I'm going to show you guys, is there a little compartment there. I believe that's for the Han Solo and Carbonite figure, because I believe they're going to repaint this down the road in the Empire Strikes Back scheme. So when they do that, that's where you're going to put your Han Solo figure in Carbonite. I don't have the Han Solo and Carbonite figure anymore. I used to, so I can't like actually see if it fits in there. But when I do get one, I'll probably show you guys if it does fit, but not right now. So anyways, the cockpit itself is not accurate at all. As some of you remember in the Clone Wars episode season final, season 2, it was a big old open space in the cockpit, and there's like 3 or 4 seats, but this is just this little crammed thing here, which it moves by gravity, and it also locks when it's in the landing position if you get it right, but it moves up and down when in flight mode and when in landing mode. But anyways, as you can see there, it's nothing really too special. It's just room for 3 figures that have clips on it, and there's some very crappy details for the screen of the controls. So I wasn't really too happy about that. Yeah, I know they can put something in here if they wanted to, but it's really crummy cockpit. Nothing too special at all. So that's pretty much it for the cockpit part of the Slave One. And you just bring this whole entire thing back down. It's kind of loose right here, so be careful with that, where it connects to the sides. So now onto the side of the Slave One. So right here, this whole entire panel thing opens up. Try to get it open there. So then that whole entire side opens up. And then inside there, as you can see, it's got some pegs on the bottom to fit figures. I'd say you can probably fit about 5 or 4 in there. It's got, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pegs. There's some little details in there. There's not much. There's this little vent, whatever that is. There's some stickers for controls. And then right there, that's the cockpit part. So there's not really too much room for anything to do in there. But still, it's cool that they decided to add something like that. Then you can see right there, that's something I'll get to next. So that's pretty much it for the opening part. And then you just close it, clamp it back down. And then up here, try to get it up, it has 2 turbo lasers, or what do we call them? They go 360 degrees around. And then they have these little firing missile things, which you just saw there. You press the bottom and they just launch off. So that's what that is. And then down here, here's technically the bottom of the Slave One. You can see some detail right there. And then down here, this is where the ramp is supposed to be. Technically, you just walk up onto it in the movies in the Clone Wars series, but they actually added a new little ramp thing. It is kind of hard to get out though, but it has this, I just used mine, a little knife to open it up, but it just pops out and then slides down all the way down. So it just has this little ramp feature. It's nothing really too special, but it is kind of neat, since you could probably store something in here if you wanted to, so it's pretty cool. So then it just slides back up and clamps down. And there's also one other feature, which is right here. You see this lip thing? Well, you pull this down, and this whole entire thing comes down, and it reveals this really stupid, it's supposed to be like a cell, like a prison cell or a coffin or something. I don't even know why they included this. I mean, it's really stupid. As you can see, it just opens up. You can put a figure in there if you want to. But I don't like this at all. This is a really stupid feature by Hasbro. It looks terrible. So I don't really care about this thing. But anyways, it just fits right there, and you move it back up, and it fits inside the Slave 1. And then this clamps back on. So yeah, so that's pretty much all the features. There's still two other ones that are kind of not that significant, but anyways. So now I'll put the Slave 1 in the flight mode. Let's see, move it back here. So as you can see here, the flight thingies, they move up and down. So this is when it's in landing mode, and this is when it's in flight mode. And they move when you move one of them, both of them move. And also, as you can see here, you can see how the gravity of the cockpit works. So that's how that does. And then also, here's the back of the Slave 1. And surprisingly, this has more detail than anything. The back has amazing amount of detail, which is really cool. As you can see, here's the engines, and there's all sorts of little gizmos and stuff all over it. Piping, wiring, all sorts of stuff. It's pretty cool looking on the back. So yeah. And then also, here is the last feature that I'm going to show you. It's the, I forgot what you call these, the sound wave bombs or whatever. Remember in Attack of the Clones when Jango Fett was chasing Obi-Wan's Jedi Starfighter? He used these. And what they basically do is they blow up and make like this sound wave that sounded like a guitar. So anyways, it has these buttons on both sides. There's two of them. So you just press the button and it kind of releases it. But it doesn't really fall out that easy. But anyways, so here it is. Pretty cool. And just snap it back in there. And then that's pretty much it. So that's the Slave 1. I'll give you guys a comparison real quick here. So there it is. Where's the Jedi Starfighter? So here's the Jedi Starfighter. As you can see, the Jedi Starfighter is almost as long. It's maybe 3 inches longer. The Slave 1. So as you can see there, it's kind of a better comparison. So Slave 1, it's kind of that big, but not really too big. It's definitely not to scale, but still, it's very cool looking. I'll try to give you guys a comparison to something else. What else? Crap. I'll try to find something here. Let's pick up the Slave 1 here. Here, let's do it with the turbo tank. Oh, here we go. So as you can see, it's pretty large, as you can see, compared to the turbo tank. It's almost as long as the turbo tank. Maybe about 5 more inches, and it'd be exactly the same length. But there it is, pretty much. It's not as tall as the turbo tank, but it's still pretty large. But anyways, so that's pretty much it for this battle pack. On its own, the Slave 1 wouldn't be worth $100, but when you include the 5 figures and the Jedi Starfighter, technically the Slave 1's about $35 when you include all those other stuff. So it is a very decent deal. Even if you don't want the Jedi Starfighter and figures, you can still sell them on eBay, because I'm pretty sure a ton of people are going to be looking for the Jedi Starfighter and the figures, since they're only exclusive in this pack. So yeah. So anyways, that's pretty much it for Slave 1 and the Jedi Starfighter and the figures. Put Bosk up here, give you guys a little comparison. So anyways, for this battle pack, what am I going to rate it? I'm going to rate it, I'll give it a 4 out of 5. The only reason I'm giving that is because the stupid features that they've added into the Slave 1, such as the cockpit not being to scale or accurate at all, and also the little coffin cell thing in the back, which was just terrible. But the sculpt and detail and the paint apps on this Slave 1 are very nice. I really like the camo that they did on it. So yeah. So the Slave 1's very nice. The Jedi Starfighter I could care less about, but the 3 new figures I really like. So those are worth it on the own. So anyways, that's pretty much it for this battle pack. Hope you guys enjoyed this review. So anyways, that's pretty much it, and I'll see you guys in the next review.